Stealth Classics is the idea about integrating elements of classical study into the school curriculum.
Introducing classical ideas and classical literature, knowledge about the classical world to our students via subjects that aren't explicitly classics.
Encouraging them to read wider texts and look at wider vocabulary than they have looked at previously.
So, for instance, looking at classical literature as part of an English literature class, or looking at historical skills as part of modern history.
Getting them to look at topics that they perceive to be really difficult and out of their reach, and actually make them realise that it's accessible to everybody and that they're just as intelligent as other people going to any other type of school.
Classics by Stealth is also about bringing it into the enrichment programme as well. So we have a link with Bristol Grammar School where a wonderful teacher in their classics department comes out and teaches after school.
The wonderful thing with introducing any classics as part of the curriculum is the links that you can make between the classical world and the subjects that you're teaching. So in particular, a great example was introducing a teaching of Virgil's Aeneid as part of the GCSE English Literature Unseen Poetry paper.
We have decided to teach the classics within our English lessons in Year 7.
We look at a range of myths. We look at Pandora's Box, Persephone and Hades, texts from the Iliad.
Introducing them to some of the main characters, the gods, some of the key concepts as well, before we then move into studying the Odyssey as a text.
There's so many cultures represented within our school.
What really engages all students, but especially EAL students, is a really good narrative.
So we decided that the Odyssey would be a really nice way of just tapping into the experiences of children who have English as an additional language.
We try to add a bit of diversity by linking it to different cultures in the next half term, but also looking at different perspectives with the way that the women are represented.
I really enjoyed the Odyssey.
My favourite character is probably like Poseidon.
I really like Odysseus. He was quite brave.
After he finished one problem, he'd get into another one.
We get children to perhaps question their original perceptions that they have of people and thinking that not everything is black and white.
It's quite culturally diverse from what you'd normally do in English.
And that carries through all the way through our Key Stage 3 curriculum. When we get to Year 9, we do a female voices poetry unit and we look at Medusa and how she's presented. So the students just have an awareness that the person telling a particular story has their own agenda, their way of presenting things, and that's not always the way things are.
Classics by Stealth really is teaching classics through our literacy lessons, where we teach Key Stage 3.
Literacy through Latin.
We teach like etymology of words, looking at vocabulary. Today we were looking at the spelling system.
But as well as that, through the English lessons, we build and develop that knowledge. So in Year 7, we go in with the Odyssey after Christmas.
And we've got Antigone as well in Year 9.
Classics has brought us together with a core philosophy for our department. And I think that's really important because so many times we're told what to do and we're directed to do by people from the outside. This has actually allowed us to form our own philosophy and our own belief and move forward with that. And it's brought us closer together. And I think it's really enriched our teaching.
An additional way of where we've introduced classics and given students a taster of classics has been particularly on the modern history paper and the skills analysis paper, and we were drawing comparisons and links between the collapse of the Weimar Republic into Nazism with the collapse of the Roman Republic linking to the rise of the Julio-Claudian emperors.
The Xenia project has been going on for many years. We've managed to get the funding to create this amazing library space.
Xenia is the Greek concept of welcoming in strangers who had nowhere else to stay, and accepting stories from them as a form of payment for your hospitality.
Students having a voice in something is really key.
It's all about developing their narrative voice and their debating voice, as well as their literary knowledge.
This place is created by the students and it's about student voice and it's their space.
It's entirely a student-led thing guided by teachers.
It is built to look like a Greek hut.
Students can come together and share their love of reading.
It is more than just the library. It extends to many other aspects of life.
I think it's a great project.
The students have been really receptive. They really love exploring the ancient world.
Their eyes light up when they hear that they're going to be learning about it.
It's something that has this level of prestige to it.
They know something clever. They know that they are now culturally aware.
It encourages and again builds confidence within them.
And you get to see them become more and more independent as learners.
Their writing has improved, but also their confidence and their oracy has improved.
Because one of the important and integral parts of teaching it is to create that public speaking, that debate, that discussion.
It does help your self-confidence a lot.
It helps with articulation.
It helps us express what we want to write even more, because we know different techniques we can use, different words.
It's given us a better understanding of where our words have come from.
It helps problem solving when you're looking at text and you're not quite sure what the word is. You can look at the etymology.
It's such a kind of hub for connectivity, and it helps you then understand things.
Parental response has been very positive.
They see it as something that's very valuable, not just for what it gives their English skills, but also within itself as an area of academic inquiry.
They're in year 7. This is amazing. I can't believe the discussions we're having around the dinner table with them.
My advice for schools that are considering introducing classics at Key Stage 3 is firstly just to give it a go.
There is an existing community of classicists out there who are very keen, very happy to help out.
We started with attending the Team English National Conference. Arlene Holmes-Henderson was presenting at this conference.
And she opened us up to all these possibilities.
Classics for All have been fantastic. We would not be where we are today without the organisation.
Classics for All will support you through the journey of introducing Latin, Greek, classics, ancient history in your school.
There was quite a lot of trepidation within the department.
I imagine lots of people be in the same position that I was. I didn't learn about Greek mythology at school.
But just having somebody to come in to be able to talk to say this is fine, this isn't, we can do this.
They will provide all of the support, all of the training, and will be with you every step of the way.
The children enjoy this.
They absolutely love it.
But also will allow them to develop sort of further employability skills and a real curiosity for learning.
You'll find that it's influenced their lives more and more.
I do enjoy it.
I enjoyed the challenge.
It inspires you.
It's vital to understand where you come from and where the world is going.
Definitely rewarding.
I think it's a great opportunity.
It's just cool.
I just love it.